I bet.
You can play that song.
Freak, are you kidding me? Save me from myself. Save me from myself. Save me from myself.
Save me from the demons inside of me. Yeah, these thoughts are making me want to give up baddies and like me. Angel on my shoulder telling me to survive. The devil's telling me it's my time to die. Why do I have these thoughts of suicide? Please help save me from myself before I end up in the ground. I still have a lot to live for, so I need to stick around. Both feet planted down to stand up and fight this feeling that I might die. I don't know why, but tonight is the night I'm going out for a drive.
Freak, are you kidding me?
Don't know if I make it out alive, so I might see you on the other side.
Save me from myself. I really need your help. I'm going under. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. Save me from myself.
I'm going stealth.
Yo, it's the Chop It Up podcast, man. It's your boy Hawk Life, man. And we got a special one for you today, man. But before I get started, I want to let you know that Save Me by our special guest, InKed Savage from PGK. I believe it's Pino. I want to say it right. Say the name of the record label for me one time. I want to make sure I say it right.
Pineal gland killers.
Pino Gland Killers Records. Uh, Shout out to my homie King Kairos, one of the founders of it. But introduce the people to yourself, man. Tell them what you got going on.
Hey man, so appreciate playing that song too. And my name is Ink Savage, by the way. And that's me, man. Like music is life. That's
Yeah,
uh
absolutely. So tell, I'm gonna correct myself. Inked Savage. I see where he got me with it. Now I'm like, oh yeah, damn, that do say that. But anyway, tell the people about your creative process and how you get into the process of making music, like when you get in the studio and you're making a song, when you're finding these samples or you're finding these features, how that works for you.
well basically I get on YouTube sometimes or like BeatStars, stuff like that, and I'll be searching through. And it just kind of depends on my mood for the day. Like I walk in and I'm like, you know what, I kind of feel like doing a sad song. Or hey, I feel like doing a jumpy song. I feel like just doing lyrics. You know what I mean? So basically, I go through and I just start listening and listening, and I'll probably go through like 100 videos, I bet, before I even pick something. And usually, what usually catches my attention is the meaning behind either the hook or the meaning behind my lyrics. So if I already have like something written down, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try to put this in this beat, and if it works, it works. If it don't, we're gonna write something different. So basically, it's like when I get into the studio, it's basically my creative process is thinking about my life, the past life, what's going on in the world, what's going on in other people's lives. See if I can't mix everything together, make something out of it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You gotta hit or miss,
Absolutely.
and just that's just basically it. Or sometimes I even just like to hit the studio just to freestyle, hear a beat, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna kill this freestyle. I'm gonna do this real quick. And for the I'm gonna get into this real quick. The Save Me song was basically, I started thinking about like, my past life with my grandparents, when they passed away, and
Hmm.
losing some other people in the family. And it's like, when you get that feeling deep down, it's like, you know what? The only way to get rid of that feeling and the only way to be okay with that feeling is to speak about that feeling. Make it happen in the music. So therefore people can feel the same thing that you're feeling.
Hmm. Absolutely. So basically, the like your creative process it's real life stuff that goes on, and just sometimes spur in the moment. I find it interesting how some people can jump from tran- transition to transition.
Yeah.
But um, name some of your favorite collabs that you have done as far as your music and people that you have
Uh,
worked with.
I have to say, like, I ain't gonna lie, that Luke XI, I started listening to his beats with hooks, and most of them are free for profit, stuff like that. Just give him credit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I think when I listen to his stuff, it gives me more motivation because, like, his his productivity and his voice and the way he does things on his beats, it's phenomenal to me. So I'm just like, you know what? I feel like I can relate to some of the stuff that he talks about. So I'm just like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this. Or there'd be other ones on there, who is Wishmaster Beats. I also have one out there that's produced by him, and it was a free beat. He gives me a couple free beats. I'm allowed to go out there and do it. So my favorite collabs would have to be Luke XI, Wishmaster Beats, and my boy from Canada, DMGI. Me and him did one together, did a remix on my song Liddy. So
Heard that one. Yeah. Good song, lady. Yeah, man. So, what's been some of the pros and cons, like as far as being heard, being seen, marketing, promotion?
okay, so basically we're gonna start with some of the cons first. So basically, it's kind of like, being, the independent artist I was. Now I've only been doing this, like, actually putting my music out for about 4 to 5 months. But I've been rapping for about 3 to 5 years, on and off. So I just had a just lost train of thought. But basically, basically, um, it's like, man, it's hard to trying to think here.
Or to explain that.
Yeah, it's kind of like, so, like, when you're by yourself and you're doing it independent. I had to get back on track here. When you're doing it by yourself and you're independent, you start off. Of course, you're gonna get people that are gonna be like, "Oh, you're no good. That's not professional." Well, I know I'm not professional. Obviously, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no big old pockets. I don't have nothing like that.
Mhm.
All my promotion is basically, I think I've spent the most of $100 for promotions. That's it throughout my whole time. A lot of the times it's trying to find people. You find people on Instagram that'll promote it for you on their page, or you go on, like, there's certain creators you can go on to and try to submit to playlist creators, and just keep pushing it out there the best you can. I mean, going through Instagram and finding, record labels or other independent artists or people like that that might take the time to listen to it. And if they don't, they don't. I mean, you can't force somebody to listen to something. So
Absolutely.
that's kind of like a con. It's kind of like, oh man, I wish this person would listen to it because I know they're gonna like it. Or, you know, I go walking down the street and play my own music or something like that. I mean, you're always gonna get that one person that's gonna say, "Oh, that's trash. Oh, that's
Mm.
trash. Oh, that's trash." So, but to me, you telling me it's trash, that builds up my confidence to keep doing it, to keep proving myself. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the pros about it is that eventually it's all gonna pay off. So no matter what you do, as long as you keep to it and keep 100% dedication to it, it's gonna pay off. You just gotta have faith and hope in yourself.
Absolutely. That's kind of why we started this platform for artists who's in the underground, who hasn't had that, who don't have them pockets to get their voice heard, who don't have, what I'm saying, the resources, um, you know, to be seen and heard. Because there's a lot of talented individuals out here that's underground, and frankly, more talented than a lot of artists that are out here. And I wanted them to be seen and heard because that's what this platform is for. This platform is for everybody, no matter your status. You know what I'm saying? You can get a spot here, no matter your status. You can come here. Yeah, I got a new song coming out. Such and such artist, check me out here. That, and we want to give everybody the opportunity. I think everybody should have the same opportunities equally. You know what I'm saying? And I get it where a lot of these industries make it. I mean, where it's at the point where they feel like a lot of people need to work to get what they're trying to get. Sometimes, if you put a person there, they'll give you more work than you intended for them to do. So a lot of these, and that's the thing with a lot of these artists that come to these labels. They get to these labels, they make one good successful album, and the next album be trash or mediocre because they feel like they're not improving after that.
Yeah,
Their
that's a fact.
hunger, you know what I'm saying? Their hunger is gone. It's because you threw so much money into them. But if you bring them in and you start them off live, even if they're not known, if you bring them in, you start them off live and you build them up like a credit line, you'll see their hunger get better.
And that's a fact because like if you don't have people that's going to believe in you, it's actually like it's like going out and making an investment for anything else basically. If you can find someone that's going to be there for you and not worry about money, you know what I mean, not throw like thousands of dollars at you or $1 million at you, because if that happens, everybody's like, oh, I'm paid, so I'm cool, I'm just going to relax. No, you can't do that. Just because your pockets got money in them doesn't mean you just stop doing what you're doing. You got to keep doing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, name some artists that have inspired your music or you inspired by it.
I have to say, now this is weird because like everybody's like, how like some people out there like, oh, Eminem inspired me. No, he really didn't. He's good, but the thing is that nobody gonna be able to do what he can do. So basically, my artists that I like Chris Webby, I like J Cole, I like NF, like, and it just bounces around. I like the Baby, I like uh, Lil Snoop when he was still out and alive. R.I.P. to him.
Mm-hmm.
And there was just like, like the real people that talk real things, like, you know what I mean? And not a lot of people like this dude neither, but Tom McDonald's another one that inspired me to start talking about real life shit and just speak your mind. And that's all there is to it. Like, if you can't speak your mind in your music and you're too afraid to speak your mind in your music, then you shouldn't even be doing it. Like, you shouldn't even hesitate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should just do it. That's it. And if people don't like it, then people don't like it. But if you like it, then cool. Just keep pushing it because eventually it's gonna be out there.
Absolutely. Like I've done watch artists do their things on different platforms. You mentioned J. Cole. I actually like J. Cole. I like they tell a story. I like a lot of artists that tell stories that remind me so much of the '90s. Back when you had that music that took you on a journey. I guess that's why I gravitate now to artists like Rod Wave,
Yeah,
Mo
yeah.
Three, peace. You know what I'm saying? Mo Three, rest in peace. Artists that give you that singing, but they give you that real life, real street grimy,
Yep.
but '90s feel.
Yep.
And I like, you know, uh, and it's this platform has opened my ears up to a lot of other great, not only artists, but talents all over the world. And that's the
Absolutely.
crazy part about it. And I'm doing it from my bedroom. I don't have no sponsors, none of this. But I didn't draw different people from different places. Now I
Yep.
ain't saying I did no big names, no. But I did names that was talented and they should have been heard from the jump. But
Right.
side note, Pokey S says, hell yeah, Tom and Webby. I agree with that. Respect that.
Respect. Facts.
Uh, yeah, Chris Webby, very talented individual.
Oh man, yo, I've been listening to Chris Webby since he was, wow. I think when he first had like 2,000 followers on subscribers on YouTube. I've been following that man since day one, basically, and he just talks about real shit. He just don't care. Kind of like Tom McDonald. They just don't care, man. They speak the damn mind, whether you like it or not.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been on Jack Harlow a little bit. What's up, lyrically? I see you in the building. Yeah, I've been on Jack Harlow a little bit. He surprised me. He
Yo,
surprised.
that man can spit some bars, bro.
Yeah, he can spit some balls. Crazy. And he had Lil Wayne on the what's popping. Yeah, very, very talented. He reminds me of the modern day mix between Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly. I'm interested. And a little bit of what's his name? G Easy. I'm interested. A
Right,
blended
right.
my bad focus. You got it with a piece, so I thought it was something else. Lyrically said, getting ready for a trip in 2 days. Yeah, yeah. If you're going to Cancun, Mexico, I'm jumping in the back of the luggage cart. Yeah,
Same here. I'm hopping in that suitcase.
I tell you, sure. So, if there was any artist you could collab with, who would it be?
Right off the bat, it's gonna have to be Chris Webby, bro.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like I said, like everybody, you know how like everybody's got that whole Eminem, I'm gonna get one with Eminem, but it's like, yeah, but why? Cause he just gonna steal the fame from you, basically. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but in a sense, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, to help you blow up, it'll help you do all this. But Chris Webby, he's still kind of underground. He still got his own thing going on. So, you know what I mean? That would be my type of dude to actually collab with. My kind of music, the stuff I like to listen to. Um, it'd be a toss up between. I'd have to say it'd have to be a toss up between Chris Webby or mm, kind of a tough one because it's like I've been saying, I like to hear real shit. I like to hear real life stuff. So it'd be NF, Chris Webby, or even the baby. I mean, it ain't really my style that I'm used to doing, but it'd still be dope.
Yeah, the baby be a dope and very talented artist. Shout out the baby, by the way.
Absolutely.
Sure. um, but yeah, man. Let's talk about Penal Glands Killer Records, man. Shout out to King Kairos, by the way.
Hell yeah, shout out, man.
Yeah, tell me how it's been joining. You know, King Kairos, everybody know King Kairos. King Kairos is a co-owner in my service, Battle Rap Kingdom. Also, he's our champ. So any battle rappers out there that's trying to take the crown, you got to go through the king first, and that's only fitting. Now,
Absolutely.
so tell us about Peanut Gland Records and how that relationship came about. And
Actually, I think I came across him on Instagram.
mm,
I came across one of his Dab and Coffee videos one time, a live video, and
yeah,
I
I just
started watching it.
yeah,
And I listened to I think a couple of the songs. We started talking. Um, even got into the
you see it?
no, I even got into I think one of his live streams one time. Started chatting, talking to him and stuff, and you know, talking away. We started talking about music and talking about EPs and he was talking about label, and I seen it on his Instagram and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna try to ask and see what's popping with that. So we got talking about it, and then he was like, you know what? We worked something out, and now I got an EP coming out December 7th.
That's good, man. King Kyle's a talented individual, and he's an early morning grinder. I like people that understands that the early bird gets the worm. And he that kind of type of person. And he always grinding, trying to find him a move, man. And he was telling me about the Pinot Gland Killer Records, and he was telling me about it as far as the label. A label that he made from the ground, and he was trying to give, collab with a lot of artists because we usually do that in our service and that. And speaking on that, you had any collabs that you got. I mean, anything that you got coming out, you want the people to know about. It's time to tell them where they can find you at. You know that.
Say that one more time, bro. Like cut out on me.
Oh, now if you got any collabs or anything coming out, or you got any projects coming out, let the people know. You know what I'm saying, and let them know where they can find you on what social medias they can find you and stuff like that. Hello.
Oh yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. So basically, I don't think I got really any collabs coming out right now.
Mhm.
Um, and for social media wise, y'all can find me on Instagram at Ink Savage or Ink_Savage PGK. You can find me on YouTube underneath Ink Savage. Also have a streaming one called Ink Savage Topic on YouTube. Find me on SoundCloud for the same name. All my social media is the same.
Yeah.
And then I got that EP dropping December 7th. And also been writing for Primo Records, they wanted me to write a song. So
Trial Primo Records as a dope transition to yeah, you know as a dope transition to be able. Oh, so you also write. So that's really cool that you also write. You write, you freestyle, probably produce the beat or two.
actually, I've never done any producing. Not trying to cut you off. I've done only writing,
Mm,
freestyling. I've bought beats. I've done most of my mix and mastering myself.
mm.
So
What kind of software do you mix and master with? What's your choice? What's your go-to?
now here's where everybody, now for every song so far, it sounds like it was in the studio.
Mm,
But here's the thing: it's been it's been actually in my bathroom
mm,
with my cell phone and my headphones until just recently. I got me a mic and my laptop. Um, and that's how I was pushing my music at the time because that's all like I said, that's all I could afford. So I was like, you know what, ain't nothing gonna stop me. I'm still gonna push my music out.
mm.
So basically from there, I just started doing it real good. I go on BandLab. I try to mix it up a little bit. I do what I can on there. There's a software I use on my laptop called Studio One, PreSonus Studio One. So I use that quite a bit to record and mix master, stuff like that. So it's basically got like the mastering built into it that'll help you kind of do it yourself.
Absolutely. Um, just I kind of have an idea because your name's Ink, the Ink Master, what it, Ink, the Ink Savage. Uh, but
Yeah,
tell the people how your name came about. I'm assuming you probably got a whole bunch of tattoos. But yeah,
yeah.
they say every
I got
tattoo.
about
So,
yeah, I got about 25, 20, 26 tattoos.
Jesus.
Um, not even done yet. Still going with it. So, but my name used to be Lil D.
Mm,
So the name came out with Lil D because me and my dad had the same name. I'm a junior, he's a senior. So I was like, you know what, Lil D it is, and that's always been my nickname for life. And then I started getting people, messing with me about the name. I'm like, you can ask your girl because there ain't no Lil D, you know what I'm saying, type deal shit. And then just like went out from there, and I'm like, and then just recently, actually, in the past 4 months, I changed it to Ink Savage because I was like, you know what, I messed with 21 Savage's music, and like at that time when I thought about the name, I was listening to his music, and I looked down at me, and I'm like, you know what, I got tattoos, man. I'm just gonna call myself Ink Savage. And that's just stuck with it, and everybody's like, yeah, 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 that's a better name than Lil D. You ain't gonna get dirted on as much, so I kept it as Ink Savage.
yeah. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. What a story. So in the latest news, Donald Trump is out the White House. Like, we got Biden. I ain't political, but what's your take on that?
Okay, so here's my thing. For everybody that did pick Biden, my thing is that my main question is why. If you
Mm,
ask somebody why, they can't give you a real answer. Because he's never done anything major. All right, yeah, I know Trump wasn't that great, but the thing is about Biden. And with me, I'm not about politics. I worry
mm,
about what goes on around me. Like, so I view my political status of how the world is now and how it used to be. And with Biden becoming president, it's like, but why? You got dementia, you're going to be deemed unfit, and then it's going to get passed on to Harris to be the first black girl president. And it's just seeming like something was like, kind of like, I don't want to sound like some conspiracy theorist person, but it kind of seems like it was planned kind of in a way. Because, I mean, why else would somebody want to become president knowing that they're not going to be able to be there very long? And it's just politics is politics. It's all about money and power, and that's just about it. And
yeah,
and
absolutely. That's what it's about. Money and power. Money, power, respect, all those different things in tune. Me,
Absolutely.
me being what they call the devil advocate.
Hey, I
I'm
get
gonna
told the
say,
same thing.
I'm gonna just say, if they ask me why I picked him, I'd say anything else is better than Donald Trump at this moment.
You know what? And that is kind of a truth thing right there too. And it's just like, but then you got to ask yourself, what has Biden done in 47 years that he's been in office? He said he didn't want his kids to go to a biracial jungle or go to school in a biracial jungle. You know, and there's proof of all this. Like, I mean, you can find the proof. You know, if you look it up. He said he don't. He said that um, I'm trying. I don't want to say it wrong. So basically, he said that everybody can be basically rich like the white kids, or the poor can be rich as the white kids. Is exactly what he said. Now, what's that tell you? You know what I mean? Like certain things like that, certain speeches like that, and then he goes on and says, right on TV, he says, "If you don't vote for me, you're not black." What? Bro, your skin's whiter than mine, bro. Like, what do you mean? Like, so it's just certain little things like that kind of get me iffy. But in my eyes, our one vote don't really matter. People need to understand that. It's the electoral votes that matter. So in the long run, it's like, yeah, you put your opinion out there, but opinion's like an a-hole, man. Everybody's got one. That's just how I see things. I'm hoping he can run the country better. I'm hoping he'll do something like something's got to happen, you know, because if not, everything's going downhill. Especially when Trump was in office. Hello, I don't know what happened,
Wait till he comes
but
back. Yeah, not sure what happened there. Hmm.
something personal might have happened. It's no business.